In this section, now that we've got our list of images, we're going to start to discuss how we're going to create this image list component and then render out a list of images that are going to show up for our users. All right, so to get started, I'll flip back over to my editor. I'm going to find the components directory. Let me blow this up so you can see it very easily. And inside the components directory, I'm going to make a new file called the image list.js file. And then inside of here, we'll put together just a little bit of markup for a functional component. I'll first collapse my sidebar right here, and I'll say import React from React, and I'll define const image list. I will return a simple div that says image list for right now, and I'll do a export default of image list at the bottom like so. Next up, we're going to wire this thing up to the app.js file. So I will change back over to the app.js component or app component. At the top, I'm going to import the image list component that we just created from the image list file. And then I'm going to show this component inside of the app's render method. So no longer do we need to display the found blah 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 images. I'm going to delete that entirely and replace it with the image list like so. I'll save the file and we'll do a quick check inside the browser. And it says image list. Okay, good enough. All right, so the next thing we need to do is somehow communicate our list of images that we just fetched down to the image list. We're going to do that communication from a parent down to a child component using the same prop system we've used many times before. So I'm going to define a new prop on the image list called images. And to it, I'm going to pass all the images that we have inside of our state object. So I'm going to say this.state.images, like so. Next up, we'll flip on over to the image list file. Remember that prop of images is going to show up inside the props object. So I could refer to it as props, and we could reference it inside of here with a console log and say something like props.images. Let's just do a quick test with this just to make sure we're on the right track. So when my application first renders, you'll notice I get the empty array because we don't have any images yet. And if I do cars, yep, there's my 10 images like so. Okay, let's take a quick pause right here. When we come back to the next section, we're going to figure out how we can take that list of images and turn it into an actual list of JSX elements and show them to the user.